Hey guys, it's me, Posey here. Noah, if you want to call me that, it's my real name. This is not a video I expected to make. It's a video I hoped I would never have to make. It's a very, very heavy one. But I have to. I have to make this. Because I have to express my thoughts. No script. No preparation. Nothing. I have to talk about this. So, Technoblade passed away. I'll get right to the point. He's dead. He's gone. He passed away on June 30th, 2022. About 3 hours before I'm recording this. Probably about 4 to 5 before it's on YouTube. And I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't. I couldn't believe it. I denied it at first. I was shocked. I thought it wasn't real. And I really wanted it not to be real. I really did. I was just... I can't explain to you just how I felt. How I felt when I got the notification for his video. So long, nerds, that's what he called it. When I got that notification and I read the comments, I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I can't tell you how I felt. Because the emotions I felt in that moment. It's something else. He had cancer. He's been suffering from cancer. He was suffering from cancer. Was. He had been suffering from cancer. Since, for about a year, I'd say. I remember first video announcing it. And his optimism. Well, he passed away last night. And that's that. He passed away. As you can see, I'm on Ataraxicraft, the old server with my friends. This was the server that where Saf and I got named a pig after him. After Technoblade. Dave. He's still here. I have a name tag in my inventory. I went to Saf's house to get one. Big thanks to him. I didn't have one on the server, so I had to go to Saf's base, and he had 9, so I took one. This is going to be important later, but... I mean, I felt like I should be on this server, and this should be where I film this video. Because, you know, this pig is supposed to represent Techno, my favorite content creator. And I really, really mean that. I really do. This man, this content creator was a big part of my world. There are very few YouTubers who I watch because of who they are and not because of the content they produce. Technoblade was one of those few. The most of those few, I would say. He was just the most genuine, lovable, fantastic person out of anyone I watched on this site. I trusted him. Well, I didn't trust him personally. I didn't know him. Wish I did. But, you know, if I was to trust anyone over everyone else, it would be him. Out of all YouTubers. Technoblade really was a legend. I really can't stress that enough. And I am going to have to go and get some experience levels. I'm going to have to get at least one. So sorry. Yeah, this is important. Just, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm still processing the information. I've been retweeting all of the other Minecraft YouTubers who address the situation. I've been talking to people. I have been really just trying to process everything. Again, Technoblade meant a lot to me, even though I didn't know him personally. I wasn't just his fan. I really loved the guy's content, and I loved who he was as a person. I loved how genuine he was, how funny he was. He just had that unique. He just had this unique, you know, person to him. Like, he was truly special in a way, and in many ways even. And I really can't stress that enough. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what it is, but there was some special magic to Technoblade. He was a real legend. He was an inspiration to me. I really looked up to him. I mean it when I say that. I looked up to him. I wanted to be just like him. I mean, you could see. You could see. I'm sorry. You could see. If you watch my videos, if you watch my streams, you'll see how I kind of replicate his comedy style, like his whole self-deprecating, dry humor sort of style, which I loved, and I wanted to be like that too, and I thought it was so cool and so awesome, and it was so entertaining to me, and I wanted to entertain other people the same way. He really was the exact kind of craft creator I wanted to be this whole time. And I'll never forget how he helped me realize that. And I know I haven't had the best YouTube journey, but you know, he was a big help if I didn't know him personally. Technoblade was really an idol to me. Genuinely one of the biggest idols of my life. And I really just don't know how I can possibly ever come to accept this. I mean, I know I can. I can go on with my life, but it's always gonna feel like a piece of me is missing. An aspect of my life that Techno helped forge. I mean, he really does mean that much. The way he made my life so much better. You know? Just by having those videos up that I could watch and take comfort in, and oh my bad, I just clicked off the game. I could watch those videos, take comfort in them. Sometimes when I was feeling down, I just pop on a privated Technoblade stream, technically an unlisted one, and I'd watch the shit out of it. I'd savor every moment. Most videos I watch on 2x speed, because oftentimes I want to get them done fast so I can move on to other videos, and I can still understand the voice, but with Techno's videos and with his live streams, I never ever did that, because I wanted to savor every moment. Because, you know, it wasn't just the content I watched him for. I just watched him for who he was, too. And, man. I mean, he was there for me. Like, not him personally, but, you know, his content. He was there for a ton of people. He just did so much for everyone. He loved us. He loved his fans. Not in like a weird parasocial way, but like, he really did. We meant so much to him. And he meant a lot to us too. And you know, to me as well. Man. It's like, you know, when I was feeling down, I just put on a techno stream. Or binge some techno videos. When I was feeling stressed, sometimes when I was bogged down by schoolwork, when I was feeling like, I was having a bad day, and I could just listen in. Because, he, you know, is, he could always, make me feel better, and I feel like that's true for a lot of people. I feel like it's true for so many people that he could just make their days better. Just by, just by them watching his content. And, hearing him. And just, it's hard to say. It's really hard for me. But I think you guys know what I'm saying. I think you guys understand. Like, I think you guys get the memo. It's just, man. He really did. He really did so much for my life. I think I'm gonna check out some of his friends. Okay. Yep, that's not good. I'm gonna check out some of his friends. Maybe see if I can get into their content. I mean, that's probably the right thing to do. Because, for every good person who dies, there'll always be more good people in their place. And let's be real with ourselves. There will never, ever be another Technoblade. Never. And that's okay. That's okay. There doesn't have to be another Technoblade. I'm okay with there just being one. I think we all are. I think he's okay with it, too. Everyone's special in their own way. Technoblade was one of the most special people of all. But there's no way of knowing that, maybe someone else, maybe there will be a new generation, the young replace the old. The future still looks bright. So many new people in the Minecraft community. So many talented people brought together by Techno. And I'm hoping that they, build a better future for the community. And it's a future I wish, I would one day be able to be, one day be able to be a part of. So, I just want to say, my heart goes out to Techno's family. It was his dad who broke the news. He was the one who uploaded that final video, who voiced Techno's final message. You guys, his final message was to reveal that he pranked the internet into thinking his real name was Dave. And it wasn't. It's amazing. It's such a Techno thing to do. It's just so much like him. And his merch. All his merch. He made merch about his own death before he died. That's the kind of person he was. He was one of the toughest people who's ever lived, probably. One of the best PvPers. One of the best people, and such a good, kind, genuine soul. And I could tell how devastated. I could hear it in his voice. I could hear how devastated his father was, his dad. And I feel for him. I feel for him. I feel for his entire family. His brothers are going into college, but they're gonna have to go without one of their family members. And I just it reminds me. It reminds me. November 14, 2019. After a month-long struggle, That was the day my grandmother passed away from cancer. November 14, 2019 was the day that my gran died. One of the closest people in my life. A truly precious, beautiful soul. Taken far too soon from this world. The same way Techno was. So, I do know what it's like to lose someone to cancer. And it hurts. It's devastating. But to lose a son to cancer, to lose someone so young, so healthy, I mean, that's what I can't imagine. So my heart goes out to his father, to his mom, to his brothers, to anyone else in his family, to all his friends who knew him in the community, and in real life, and to all of the people who looked up to him just like me. All of us are hurting. It's not just me. All of us are hurting. Cancer is a terrible disease. It's a plague on this world. Cancer is a cancer, you know? You can't say it any better than that. And, you know, right now it's just kind of a force of nature, and we're still a long way away from stopping it once and for all. But in his dying months, when he was suffering, Techno did everything he could to raise money for a better future, for cancer to be eliminated. Truly, just a fantastic man, a fantastic person for everything he did. He rose hundreds of thousands of dollars, all on his own, with the help of his fans. Truly, there is no overstating how wonderful of a person we're talking about here. And I could go on and on. I could really go on and on. I really could. Sometimes life throws a curveball. Sometimes people die when they really shouldn't. Sometimes we lose the people we want to stay. Sometimes we lose the people who weren't ready to go yet. Sometimes we lose the young, the healthy, and even the old who didn't deserve it. That's just life sometimes. Life is a real motherfucker. I'll tell you that. You know, yesterday, I almost thought I was gonna die. See, last weekend, I was at a pool. Like one of my dad's work friends. I was at this pool. And then I came back home, and a couple days later, I had an awful headache. And, because, like, I'd done research on this subject before, and I thought it was, like, this brain-eating amoeba called, like, Negularia fowleri or something like that. and I was scared. I thought I might die, because that thing, like, that amoeba, very few people have ever survived it. Very, very few. Like almost no one has survived. And I thought I might have had that from the pool. But I was just being a dingus. I was just being a fool. Because I looked it up, and, you know, not only are the cases rare, that amoeba can't even live. in pool water. It can't even live, because the pool was salt water. And amoeba like Naglaria fulleri, they have to live in fresh water. And they live in, like, the southern United States, too. Nowhere near where I live in Canada. And I was laughing at myself a lot yesterday. Because I was scared for my life. Because I knew that sometimes it can happen so easily, so spontaneously. And I was scared, but I just laughed it off in the end. Because I knew that wasn't it. I knew that I didn't have an amoeba in my brain. That would have been ridiculous. But the point is, one thing I should say, when I was scared for my life yesterday, what did I do to calm myself down? Well, I put on a Technoblade stream. He was my comfort in that time. I really thought I was at risk of death, and I mean now I know I was being stupid. But you know, I'm just saying, like, just how much he really brought comfort in my life. And to think that just the next day I find out that he died. I mean, it's crazy. It just doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like something that should realistically happen, right? Like, it feels absurd. And yet that's how it happened. Just, wow. I can't stress enough just how much he meant to me. The day before he died, I was watching one of his streams because I was worried I was gonna die. And I learned my lesson then. And I learned to appreciate my life. Both yesterday and today. Because just like Technoblade, so many people can just vanish. They can just go away. There's so many different ways people can just die on the spot. And that's a terrifying thing to think about. And that's why you have to save your life. It's why you have to try and live the best you can. Every moment is a blessing. Every moment that you can spend with your friends, with your loved ones. Every single moment. Every single moment. I'm never gonna forget what Technoblade did for me. For so many other people. How he was an inspiration and a role model. How he led me to become the person I want to be. At least somewhat. I'm still working on it. But, you know, one day, I hope to achieve my greatest possible self. It's a long process, but, you know, he really did help so much. And I wish I could have known him. I wish I could have told him how much he helped me. But I hope he knows. I hope he knows just how much he meant to everyone. I know he said, his dad told us all, that we meant a lot to him, but he meant just as much to us. And I hope wherever he is now, I'm not particularly religious, but I hope there is an afterlife. I want to believe there is one. I hope wherever he is now, he knows just how much he meant to all of us. To me, and to millions of others. Technoblade, you legend. You never die. You never truly die. Because your legacy always remains. Always. Now, I need to make my way back to my base. There is one thing I want to do, and I have to get 1 XP level first. I also have to get 1 XP level. I can't forget about that. I also should probably make a boat. So I'll just keep, you know, I'll carry on. I'll carry on for as long as it takes to get back. Because it's really important to me that I see this through in light of this tragedy. Let me just make a crafting table. You know, Minecraft is kind of my outlet when I'm feeling down, so I'm glad that I could use this game, you know, just feel a bit of comfort in this time. Alright. I need that, actually. I wish my inventory wasn't stacked right now. Kind of lame. Alright. We have a boat. Let's get in the water. Well, actually, I probably don't need to do that yet. There's probably one more thing I should say before I end this off. We'll obviously have to get back to my base, but one thing I will stress a lot, one thing that I really, really can't stress enough, and I mean this when I say it, Technoblade fought to end cancer, to fund research into ending cancer, into minimizing the problem, into saving more lives. Now, cancer is a truly awful disease. It is probably one of the worst ways you can possibly go. It's awful. My gran died of cancer, and it was awful. At least she's at peace now, and, you know, I hope Techno is too. It is truly one of the worst ways you can go. So I ask you, as much as you possibly can, do research on cancer. Do research on cancer. I mean it. Do research, identify the early warning signs, and keep an eye on yourself. Keep an eye on yourself. Please. It is of utmost importance. Please take care of yourself, because you never know when it can happen to you. I'm not saying worry yourself to death, but be on the lookout for the early warning signs. Because even if you're healthy, it can still happen to you. It happened to Techno. It happened to Techno. And it can happen to any of us. It could happen to me. I don't even know. It's something I think about very often. I've done research, I've identified the warning signs, and so far, I don't believe I exhibit any of them. And I don't particularly think I will get cancer, but I'm always... But, you know, I'm always thinking about it sometimes, you know. At least, I mean, like, I'm sometimes thinking about it. It's in the back of my mind at points. And I want to make sure that's the same for everyone. For absolutely everyone. It's best to be prepared. Okay, because stopping cancer is a lot more doable if... Okay, that's wonderful. Alright. Stopping cancer is so much more doable if you identify the warning signs early, get yourself diagnosed, and get yourself treated as fast as possible. That's what's most important. So I ask you, keep an eye on yourself. Take care of yourself. Talk to your friends. Make sure you're doing okay. It would mean the world to me if you all did that. And I think the same is true for Techno. I think it's what he wants to. For you all to look after yourselves. He said in his final message... that if he could have lived 1,000 more lives, he'd choose to be Technoblade every single time. Over and over again. I don't think these horses drop XP. But, you know. I'm just saying. I really think he meant that. So long, Techno. So long, King. And I just don't... I'm really sorry that this video was so cluttered. So utterly long. So disorganized. But that's because my thoughts are. That's because my thoughts are disorganized right now. And I had to get it all out. This is the way I do it in this video. I ask that none of you worry about me. I'm going with my family to visit some friends for the weekend. I have some time to spend with them. I'm gonna do my best to recover, to process what I've found, what I've learned in the past few hours. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to stay okay. And I really, really, really mean it when I say you shouldn't worry about me. Please, above all, worry about yourself. Because you should always be the most important person to you. We're all hurting from this. All of us who knew Techno. Even some people who didn't. Everyone who's heard this news is devastated. I just want to let you know that it's okay to hurt. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be upset. I am very upset right now. And I think I will be for a long, long time. But the important thing is, we still all have each other. Even if Techno's gone, there's still so many good people left in the Minecraft community. So many people worth watching. So many people worth adoring. So many people worth supporting. So many people worth being their friends, being there for them. It is precious. It is sacred. The bond that exists between these people. All of Techno's friends. My heart goes out to every single one, and all of the followers who loved him just like me. It's gonna be a long, long road until we're all feeling better. And truth be told, none of us are ever truly gonna move on in full. But what we can do is accept what happened and understand what Techno would want. And Techno wants us all to live long, fulfilling, healthy lives, as he said in his final message. So, I just want to let you guys know, take care of yourself. I have 1 enchantment level at last. So that means I can finally get back to my base. Let me make a boat. Please. Okay. Please do take care of yourself, first and foremost. I really can't stress that enough. And honestly, I'm kind of out of things to say. Again, Techno just meant the world to me, and man, like, this is just tragic. Like, the news, it really did break me. I do feel broken right now. And I'm gonna be okay, but, you know, I do need some time to process it. So once again, I ask that you worry about yourselves first and foremost, above anything else. It would just mean everything to me if you did that. Thank you so much, everyone who supported this channel, for being here, for being my friends. This is gonna be tough, but I know that I can get through it. I mean, I eventually came to accept my grand's death, and, well, I mean, I was closer to my grand than I was to Techno. So, you know, hopefully one day, I'll accept this too. Techno, you legend. If you're listening from the afterlife, from heaven, no. No, from hell, and not in a bad way, no. No. You go to hell to beat up the demons, Techno. You go to hell to serve justice there. You go to hell so that you can be awesome there. Maybe there's a whole other dimension for you. Maybe there's a whole other place just for Technoblade, where he can reign forever as king. A place where Techno never dies. And you know what? He never dies here either. Because even though he may be dead, his legacy never will pass. Ever. And it makes me happy seeing all these people come together. All these people come together, saying that they miss him. Because I do too. I miss you, Technoblade. Thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. We've never even met. I wish we could have. That chance never came, but I just hope you're at peace now. Or, alternatively, I hope you're kicking butt in the afterlife. Taking down governments, as you always were meant to do. Serving justice. Farming potatoes. Just all the Technoblade things. Well, and we're finally home. I should probably eat a golden carrot. I might die. Nope. Bad time. I'd rather not die. Thank you very much. Well, yeah, thanks, Techno. I really mean that for everything. I'm never gonna forget about you, man. The absolute legend. So, early this year, Saf and I tamed a pet pig. And we brought him to my base. And we named him Dave after Techno. Because that, as far as I was aware, was Techno's real name. Well, I was wrong. A lot of people were, actually. Apparently, Techno actually tricked the entire internet into thinking his real name was Dave. Now, that's badass. I meant to mention it before, but that is so awesome. It's such a Techno thing to do, man. And you know what? That pig's name isn't exactly accurate anymore. His real name, Techno's real name, as said by his father, is Alex. So you know what? I think it's time to make a bit of a correction. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I truly can't tell you how much it means to me that you're all here. Rest in peace, Technoblade. Rest in peace, Alex. You truly are a king. And with that being said, this is Posey, over and out. See you guys next time. And please, take care of yourself. Goodbye.